Welcome back to another episode of Grizzly Books True Crime. My name is Gisela K, and today we're just going to have a quick look at the updated autopsy results of Brian Laundrie. Let's get started. As always, thank you so much for tuning in. I really appreciate you. If you haven't yet subscribed, which is like 82% of people who watch my videos, please hit the subscribe button and the bell. It takes like 2 seconds. It's totally free, and I'd love to have you as part of this community. So today we're going to be looking at the update on the autopsy results of Brian Laundrie, because, yeah, it's inconclusive. According to this, they say autopsy of Brian Laundrie's remains came back inconclusive, attorney says. No manner or cause of death was determined, and the remains were sent to an anthropologist for further evaluation. Right, so this was from yesterday already. Brian Laundrie's remains were sent to an anthropologist for further evaluation after autopsy results came back inconclusive, according to the family's attorney. No manner or cause of death was determined, Stephen Bertolino said in a statement to NBC News. I'm sorry that I'm covering this page so much. Human remains were found in Florida's Carlton Reserve on Wednesday. It was actually the Mayakahatchee Reserve, Big Slough Canal. After more than a month of searching for Laundrie, who was a person of interest in the disappearance of his fiancée, Gabby Petito, before her body was discovered in Wyoming. The remains were described as skeletal by the Northport Police Department, and they were confirmed to be Laundrie's after a review of dental records, officials said on Thursday. According to the FBI, the remains were found alongside personal items such as a backpack and a notebook belonging to Laundrie. His parents helped lead the FBI and Northport Police to the Mayakahatchee Creek Environmental Park, Bertolino previously said. He has rejected the notion that the Laundrie family knew their son might disappear or that they struck a deal with prosecutors to help in the search. He said that as their lawyer, he had personally advised the parents not to speak with law enforcement. The Carlton Reserve and the neighboring Mayakahatchee Creek Environmental Park, which are connected to one another, are short drives north of the Laundrie's family home. Petito, 22, and Laundrie, 23, were traveling across the country, chronicling their journey in their van on social media. But Laundrie returned to his parents' Northport home without her on September 1st, authorities said. So this we know. I'm sure all of you are up to date with this. But tomorrow I'm going to do some more map time, because what I found is it's pretty interesting. It's pretty interesting when we look at the history of the area. We're going to do some map time there, and we're going to look at that tomorrow. I just want to find this one other thing. This is the one other update for now that I have. So I also just quickly want to, for anyone else that wondered like me, even though we know it, we look it up, right? I don't know. Do you also Google anthropologist and then look it up? Just to make sure. What are we talking about here? The study of human societies and cultures and their development. Okay, now that's why this will tie into what I'm doing tomorrow. Please tune into that. An expert or student of anthropology. What does an anthropologist do? Anthropologists and archaeologists excavate artifacts. Anthropologists and archaeologists study the origin, development, and behavior of humans. They examine the cultures, languages, archaeological remains, and physical characteristics of people in various parts of the world. Okay. Right. Again, we're going to look at that tomorrow. Why I find that so interesting. I also want to show you one other thing. Wait, where is it now? So many windows open. This one. That's interesting. So look at the gun. It doesn't look too rusty, so it doesn't look like it's been in the water too long. Fisherman finds weighted down gun in Fort de Soto. So I'm sure you all saw this as well. I've been watching this too. But damn. Christopher Sacco was fighting a large fish, or so he thought. He'd already lost it once and he wasn't going to lose it again. Sorry if this is, I'm again in the way. I'm in the way the whole time today. How rude. Okay, when he finally reeled in the line, he He realized he had the catch of the day, but it wasn't a fish. Instead, it was an abandoned gun. Sacco, 35, was fishing off the shore of Fort de Soto Park before noon on Saturday when he reeled in a Publix plastic bag. Where did Brian Laundrie work? Publix grocery store. Near to where that speculated locker was as well, right? There was actually a Publix right next to that as well, so that's interesting. Inside the bag was a black revolver with a rock secured to it by red and white twine. Okay. You've got to be kidding me, Sacco said to his friend. Sacco's friend looked over to him. I found a gun, he said. He looked at me like, are you serious? Sacco said. I'm like, bro, I found a freaking gun. I love how they just write it just like this. You gotta be kidding me. I found a gun. He looked at me like, are you serious? I'm like, bro, I found a freaking gun. Sacco called the Pinellas County Sheriff's Office to report the gun. The Sheriff's Office confirmed deputies responded to a call at Fort de Soto at 11:46 a.m. on Saturday. Officers took possession of the gun and placed it in property and evidence, a spokesperson for the Sheriff's Office said. The weapon was entered into the Florida Crime Information Center and the National Crime Information Center. Thank goodness. National. Could it be connected, possibly, allegedly, speculatively, to Kaiden and Crystal's murders? This will yet to be revealed. That'll be interesting. Or if it was registered to you-know-who. That would be interesting too. So, they said, deputies were also notified of the gun, the spokesperson said. Sacco and his friend were fishing near a playground area at the park. Fort de Soto was hit hard by red tide, Sacco said, so not many people were around except for a few canoers on the water. Usually there's a whole bunch of people, Sacco said. What if some little kid found it? The officer who responded to the report called the situation a first. There's been a lot of firsts. Sacco posted a photo of the gun to the Facebook group Tampa Bay Fishing Club. Sacco, born and raised in Tampa, has been fishing since he was 9 years old, but never experienced anything like Saturday's catch. To actually catch something like that, like a gun tied to a brick, somebody didn't want that gun to be found, he said. And so there it is. Damn, that's all I can say. That is so scary. I don't know. What do you think of this? Comment your thoughts below. I'd love to hear them. Of course, the other update was that Brian Laundrie's parents have said they do not want to, or they are not going to have a funeral for their son. That once all the studies and investigations are complete on the remains, that the remains will be cremated and they won't have a funeral for him. The dad also put a no trespassing sign on his lawn. So he's tired of that, and he's just like, let me grieve. Because there are still people hanging out there. You know, there was a lady yesterday that came through and plucked out some stuff. I think she left Gabby's photos and stuff there, but she pulled out ones that might be like derogatory or, like dirty laundries or something like that. So, yeah, but if you're wondering where am I going with this channel now? What's going to happen? I ain't going nowhere. I'm telling you now, I'm someone who sits on a case for a while. That's why I also went from writing books to make a YouTube channel, because I'm like, gotta keep on different cases, but it's just not in my personality to do lots of different things. I like to do things intensely. So I'm going to be focusing still on this case because there's more questions than answers at this point. And while in one way the story's ended, in another, it's really just begun, because we got to look back now. We got to look at hindsight, map times. We got to look at what happened there, and just know, that all along the way, certain things were of interest to us, like Area X. Remember that? Remember initially on this channel, it was like initially he's going to be in one of these forests close to home, and actually that's where he ended up being, supposedly. However, it was like, is he in Mexico? Is he in Puerto Rico? Is he in Area X? Is he in Canada? Is he in South Africa? Where's he? I mean, I thought I saw him in the grocery store the other day. I'm like, damn, there he is. There's just too many baldos everywhere. And I'm like, oh my word, it looked just like him. Like the feet, the hair, the stance, everything. And I'm like, bro, it's pretty cold to be wearing board shorts and a t-shirt today, don't you think? So yeah, there I was again, like this, like, what What is going on? Okay, get my notebook out. That's it. Spotted at the. I think there's still a lot of questions that we have. Of course, there's still the case of Kylan and Crystal. I will still have guests here or there, but last week I carved it up with a guest. I had 5 different shows with guests where I interviewed them. Interviews are the most stressful part of my channel, honestly, because it's like studying a whole case in preparation. So it almost as if I felt like I covered 5 cases last week, because I study each person, their background, what they've achieved, where they grew up, what they did, just to really create compelling questions. I never really just sit and chat. I really prepare myself, and I prepare between 20 and 30 questions that my husband knows all about me stressing. Every time the day before, I'm like, I'm so stressed and I'm scared. And he's like, you always are. You always are. Like, get used to that feeling. So if I do interviews, I'll be spreading them out a little bit. Of course, I will have retired Sergeant Bill Cannon and retired Detective Phil Grimaldi from Police Off the Cuff on the show from time to time. They would just chat about some cases, like possibly the Murdoch case, the Summer Wells case, maybe the Alec Baldwin situation, things like that. They'll feature on my channel from time to time, but guests on the show, I need to just pace myself with that before. That's what could cause burnout. I don't feel burnt out right now, even though I've been really working hard, but I need to space out the interview stuff. When it comes to cases, I'm so hyper focused, on a case and the surrounding cases, that it's very hard for me to just take focus off of that and then do something else. So I accept it. That's how I am. And so I'll be staying on this case. My channel will be covering the Gabby Petito case and everything that could be linked to it. So we will look at Kylan and Crystal's unsolved murder. We will look at more details of Brian Laundrie. We'll look at more details that we find of Gabby Petito and how the foundation does and things like that. And of course, you know that we're raising funds for it, and I'll let you know when we transfer that. I'm also going to be still covering the Daniel Robinson case. Thank you so much, Grizzlies, for signing the petition. There are so many of you that have signed. I actually want to go and see for a second. We're going to cover Daniel Robinson, Jelani Day, and then, of course, Chris Watts every Wednesday. So on a Wednesday morning, well, it's afternoon for me. It's morning for most Americans and afternoon in Australia. It's like midday for me. I will be continuing on with the discovery document that I started with the OGs, the original Grizzlies, the first 500 people on this channel, which was like 2 months ago. I will be continuing with that document. I always finish what I started, so I want to finish that for you guys. Let me just quickly, I want to go, so remember it's pleasehelpfinddaniel.com. And if I go to the sign the petition place, let's look where we're at. Oh my word, you did it. So many Grizzlies went there. Thank you so much. I don't know who else went there. I just know I've been really begging you guys. So thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you for signing that. But please, if you haven't signed it yet, if you go there, first name, last name, email, and just go to your email address and click the link to finalize the whole process. They needed 75,000 signatures. And now they say, let's get it to 150,000. Good job, guys. Good job. So there's still more. You can see the people signing right now. So that is so awesome. This will help find, possibly, we hope, Daniel Robinson, but it also is a petition to support finding other missing people and to identify other remains found in the area where they are searching for Daniel Robinson. So there's this one, and there's also Justice for Jelani Day. That's another one that you can sign as well. The links are all in the description box below. So that is the update that I have for you for today. Thank you so much to everyone who has subscribed to the channel. I really appreciate it so much. To all my members as well, thank you so much. I hope that you're enjoying the more personal type of videos. So for example, what I did for my members this morning is I took them along. I don't have the selfie stick here now, but I took them along on a live stream around the village where I live. I took them shopping with me. I showed them the Uli Bollen Bakkeram, which is in South Africa, you would call it vetkoek, something like that. In America, it's like a donut, but it's kind of slightly different batter, I think, to a donut because it's a little more doughy and it's a ball. They call it bollen here as well. And inside there's either custard or Nutella or jam, or it's plain, and there's all kinds of ones. But I showed you that as well, if you're a member of the Superstar Grizzlies. So that's just bonus content. It's like showing you my cat or my hamster or my village and just talking a little bit more about, my own personal stories and stuff and why and how I got into true crime and things like that. I did a whole map time of where I was born and everywhere I moved. So if you're interested in things like that, it's a cool way to support me and also kind of like get to know me. It's more vlog style stuff, even though I have no amount of video editing skills. I'm only skilled at OBS. So I click record. It's normally one take. If I mess up, I just delete it and start again. That's what I do. I don't sit here and edit anything. I build scenes on OBS and I just record videos for you guys. So yes, I know my background today is very bland. It's just plain, but it's because I was showing you some things over here. So thank you to everyone who has subscribed. If you would not mind, on your way out, please hit the like button so that I know that you like these videos and so that you boost me into the galaxy of the algorithm of YouTube. I would really appreciate it. If you could also comment your thoughts below. Let me know what you think about the gun being found. What? Let me know if you're excited for map time tomorrow. I'm pretty excited to show you some stuff. And yeah, let me know if you've gone to sign the petition. I really appreciate it. And that's about it for now. What else can I tell you? Oh yeah, thank you to everyone who's joined my Patreon. It's $1 per month. It's a way to support all the hard work I did on my podcast. I recorded those episodes literally 3 times. I'm crazy like that. If you go to my channel now, you'll see I've redone all my thumbnails. So there's 222 or something new thumbnails. I'm crazy like that. I like to go back and improve things as I grow and learn. I can't help it. Sometimes I'll go backward and improve those things as well. I've improved everything. I've created the playlist and sorted that out. So if you want to check out some of my other playlists, even though my presentation was not quite as good as it is now, even though it was only 3 months ago. Some of it I'm like, ooh, why were you wearing that? Like, what were you doing, girl? What were you doing, sis? But if you want to go check out some of the previous playlists and things I did, there's that. So with my podcast, I recorded those episodes literally 3 times for my books. I've got 4 seasons. It's based on the books I wrote. There's 4 or 5 episodes per season. And then I've got some other episodes that sometimes I'll put on there. Don't have high expectations. It's actually just a way to sort of, like, it sounds weird to say like back pay, but it's almost like that, where it's just like I already did all this hard work and podcasting makes like 0 money at all. And it was just grueling. So if it's just a gesture to support the podcast that I had made. And sometimes I show you my art on there. I upload images of art I did, like I just uploaded a watercolor of tulip fields in the Netherlands with little windmills in the background that I painted. So if you're interested in that, the Patreon link is there. And for those of you who, wait, I've got 2 more things to say. 1, okay, you can go if you want, but 1, I did create an Amazon wish list. So that is now also in the link in the description box. A lot of you were like, are you going to make one? Are you going to make a wish list? Where's your wish list? So I made one. Okay. Sat there and figured that out yesterday. Didn't know how to do it yet, but yeah, I did it now. So that is in the description box. And the second thing is for the buy me a coffee, same link, different drink. This week it is Power Smoothies. So thank you for all the scented candles. Thank you for all the whiskeys and thank you for all the coffees. What else do we have so far? That was it for now. This week it's Power Smoothies because I really need me some of those. It's getting all wintry and cold and nobody wants to get a cold. I don't want to get a sore throat. I got to keep my smoothies rolling, So blueberries, raspberries, like green juice and pineapple and banana, things like that. If you want to buy me a Power Smoothie, buymeacoffee.com/Gisela K. That's where you do it. Thank you so much. I really appreciate you. Also, if you want to follow me on Instagram, it's Grizzly_books. And the other one that most people don't follow me on so much is That Gisela K. That Gisela K was more like, used to be like mental health expressions and things like that. And then I learned in therapy to have some boundaries, not overshare too much. So also those mental health videos that I had just available to the public here on my YouTube channel, I put those as members only videos now because I'm like, don't overshare. I don't know. It just felt like the right thing to do. Like, that's a lot to share. So if you want to learn about like mental health stuff, or see me talk about mental health, or I don't know, ask me questions and things like that, that would be the place to do it. And that's like, I think it's $5 a month. It's like a cup of coffee, man. It's all good. So thank you so much for your support. Grizzly-books.com for all the merch links, for all my book links. There's ebooks, audiobooks, and paperbacks. I know that the last portion of this whole video was like all kinds of links and talks and things, but it is important here and there to just say it just in case you don't know it. I really appreciate you. Thank you to all my moderators. I appreciate you as well. I'm not used to having support and help and love and kindness from people like, damn, you Grizzlies are carving it up. You're amazing. So thank you so much. I'm very, very happy that I am still alive here in 2021, and that I could meet all of you here in this community. I appreciate you, and I will see you. I'm going to stop rambling now. I will see you for the next video. Thank you so much. See you tomorrow night for a live stream, or tomorrow morning for the Carve It Up coffee time. Have a good one.